So here we have the Seat Alhambra SE Lux DSG, and it's a 2-litre TDI on a 17 plate. I'm going to start by showing you around the outside of the car first of all, and then we'll hop in and run through a few controls on the inside. But from the outside you'll see that it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels. Those side doors are sliding, and they're very clever in that they open electronically off of the key or straight off of the door handle. Let me start off by showing you inside the boot, and then we'll work our way around the rest of the car from there. So not only do the doors open and close electronically, so does the tailgate. On the side of the key here, there's a picture of a tailgate. Push that key, or push that button, and the tailgate will open, as you can see. Now as we approach the back of the car, you can see we've got reversing sensors. This car's also got reversing camera, which I'll show you from inside the car. Currently all 7 seats are in place, so this is the amount of boot space you'd have in that scenario. Let me show you what it's like when the rear ones are folded down. And there we are with them folded down. As you can see, you get loads of boot space. Those 3 middle seats will also fold down as well. So we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car now. You can see I've opened the passenger side door. That is for 2 reasons. One, just to show you how much leg room you get in the rear seats of this car, and 2, to show you that the doors close off of the remote control as well as opening. Now that we've done a full circle of the car, you can see that it's in great condition the whole way around, so let's hop in and run through some controls. Just briefly before I climb in the car, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. Not only are the seats full leather, but they are electric memory seats. There's a video on memory seats on our Facebook page, which is worth checking out. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, so let's start off with the dials. On the left-hand side we have the rev counter, and the right-hand side the speedometer. The fuel gauge appears in that dial as well, and then in the middle you'll see the trip computer, which includes the total miles on this car, which are 13,348. The information that's directly above that, where it shows the range of fuel in the car, can be changed using controls on the right-hand side of the steering wheel. So at the moment we're in the driver options menu, if you like, or trip computer. You can change that so that you're looking at the audio menu, satellite navigation menu, or your telephone menu, and then eventually all the way back around to the beginning again where you've got the fuel economy info. Backing out to the steering wheel, the controls I was using a moment ago are here and here. We've also got voice activation for the phone on that side, so hit that button, ask it to dial anyone in your contacts list, and it will do that for you. On the left-hand side of the steering wheel we have stereo controls, as well as the ability to answer a phone call. And down here we have cruise control, just underneath the steering wheel to the left-hand side. Over in the centre here is where we set up the phone. So we've got a few options buttons down the right and left-hand side, but essentially it's all touchscreen. So at the moment we're on the radio option. If I was to hit band, you can see this car's got DAB, FM and AM radio. If we hit media, it will highlight other ways we can listen to music. So this car's got a CD player just at the top there, an SD memory card slot. In fact, if we press source, you can see all the different ways of listening to music. So CD player, SD memory card, USB input, Bluetooth audio, so you can stream music wirelessly via Bluetooth, and auxiliary input as well. We also have, as I mentioned, around the back of the car, a reversing camera. So pop the car into reverse. You'll see that you've got the image from the rear of the car there, and also the guidelines so that you can see where the car is headed in relation to the image that you see, as well as a visual display for front and rear parking sensors on the left-hand side as well. Let me just pop that back into park. This car also has satellite navigation, which will appear up on this screen. Beneath that, we've got the dual zone climate control, so you can adjust the temperature independently on either side of the car. Hit that button to turn the air conditioning on. You can adjust the fan speed from the middle just here. You could hit auto rather than aircon, and the car will maintain those 2 temperatures for you should you wish to do it that way. Beneath that, we've got the ability to open either sliding door and the boot from inside the car, so not only off the key but from inside the car as well. And underneath that, tyre pressure warning light, so we can reset the tyre pressures from here, and the car will warn us if it dips below that pressure. This will turn on or off the front parking sensors. This car's got stop and start. That button turns it off. So the car's designed to cut out in traffic when you're stationary to save you fuel. So you can turn that off should you wish to, and then you could also turn off traction control should you wish to as well. We then have the fully automatic DSG gearbox, an electronic handbrake, a 12-volt charging socket underneath here, and then in the central armrest we've got a second 12-volt charging socket, the USB input and the auxiliary input. Lastly, I just wanted to talk about the panoramic sunroof. You've got a little visor, a sun visor that will cover this section. So if you wanted to open it up so that it became a window, you can do, and that'll open right to the back of the car, as you can see. But on top of that, there is a dial up here that will allow you to open it up as a tilt and slide sunroof. So you can open it all the way back so that front section of glass covers the rear section, and it lets in a huge amount of light, as you can see. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.